Hello football tribers, welcome back to the channel. It's your usual suspect 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄. Welcome, you're most welcome our new subscribers. If you're new here, do not forget to click that subscribe button. Thank you for all those that have taken time to watch our content. Anyway, today we'll be discussing the new format of the UEFA Champions League. It's been slightly confusing to some, while to others, they are yet to grasp the whole context of it or the gist of it. But I'm here to simplify it for you, and here is how it is. You remember a couple of years back, big clubs in Europe had come out to form what they had termed the European Super League. Now, the European Super League was intended to pit big teams to play more often, so that fans get to see the Real Madrids playing the Arsenals, the Manchester United, Barcelonas playing the Liverpools, the Chelseas, the Bayern Munich, the Inter Milans, the Napolis, and AC Milan, all those big clubs from the top 5 leagues in Europe, teams like PSG, Monaco, and that kind of thing. Of course, the goal was to make more money because they thought UEFA is not giving them enough money from the UEFA Champions League. So they thought if they create the European Super League, this would give teams the opportunity to make more money while giving fans an opportunity to watch more entertaining games between big teams. Now, of course, that plan was foiled. It ended up in the Court of Arbitration for Sport, for which, the court, I think, ruled that there was nothing wrong if clubs were forming something of that sort. But anyway, long story short, the league did not materialize, and then somehow that is how they were able to force the UEFA's hand into creating a new format of the UEFA Champions League that will be in a table format, just like the European League was supposed to be. Now, in the previous editions of the UEFA Champions League, we've been accustomed to, of course, teams being ranked in pots depending on their coefficiency, and then those teams are grouped in different groups of 4 teams, which is no longer the case. It had a total of 32 teams. Those teams have been increased to 36. So this time around, we'll have a total of 36 teams. Those teams are grouped into 4 pots, with each pot having 9 teams. Now, those 9 teams will play a total of 8 games. Now, unlike last season or the previous editions of the UEFA Champions League, where teams have been playing 6 matches at the group stages, that is playing 3 teams, home and away, this time around teams are going to be playing 8 matches, but there will not be anything like home and away. Teams will be playing 4 teams from home and 4 teams away. So there's nothing like home and away. But the whole gist, this whole UEFA Champions League was a creation or a result of the botched European Super League. Now, like I said, it's going to be in a league format or a table format. That means the team that garners most points will finish on top of the league. A total of 36 teams. The top 8, after each team playing 8 games, will qualify directly to the knockout stages or the round of 16. Then the next 16 teams, that is between 9th place and 24th place, will play a knockout tie to determine the next 8 teams that join the top 8 to form the round of 16, as you are accustomed to the other round of 16. And then the bottom 12 teams will automatically go home, or they will be out of the competition. There will be nothing like, these teams are finished 3rd or in this kind of position, so they drop off to the Europa League. That is gone. It's not going to be there anymore. So, in this new format, that is the kind of picture you have. That you have 36 teams. Those 36 teams are in 4 pots of 9 teams each. With 9 teams, that means teams will play at least 8 games. Why? Because each team will be playing another team at least once at what would appear to be the group stage level, but it's not really a group stage, kind of. It's a pot where you have 9 teams. They play each other at least once, and then when we are compiling the points, the whole structure of the 36 teams are all piled on one table. So, for example, Real Madrid, let's say, plays match day 1, they go ahead and beat Lille by 5-0, they'll be leading the table. If let's say the other maybe 16 teams have won their games by maybe 1-0 or drawn like that. So you'll have Madrid with 3 points because of they've scored many goals. They are top of the table. Then number 3, number 2 until 36, like that. So that's the new format. So I hope I've simplified it for you. 4 pots, 9 teams each. They all play 8 games. You play your opponent at least once. If you play them away from home, you won't have to play them again at your home. It's that fixture is done. You'll play a different opponent from your home. But at the end of it all, when you play those 8 games, you'll have played 4 games away from home and at least 4 games at home. So that means the number of games in the UEFA Champions League do increase. But so I'm using examples from some of your favorite teams in Europe or especially in the Premier League. Here are some of the teams that they will be facing in this new UEFA Champions League format. For example, Arsenal will play PSG at home. Then their next fixture will be against Inter Milan away from home. Then they will play Shakhtar Donetsk at home. They'll play Atlanta away from home. They'll play Dynamo Zagreb at home. And then play Sporting Lisbon away from home. Then they will play AS Monaco at home. And then play Girona away from home. So those are the 8 fixtures that they will be playing. Then Aston Villa, they are also in the UEFA Champions League. They'll play Bayern Munich at home, RB Leipzig away from home, Juventus at home, Club Rouge or Braga, as some people prefer to call it, away from home, Celtic at home, Young Boys away from home, Bologna at home, while AS Monaco play it away from home. Then Manchester City. Manchester City will play Inter Milan at home. They'll play PSG away from home, Club Rouge at home, Juventus away from home, Feyenoord at home, Sporting Lisbon away from home, Sparta Praha at home, and Slovan Bratislava, yes, away from home. Now, if you've noticed, Arsenal will play Inter Milan away from home, but then Manchester City will also play Inter Milan at home. Arsenal will play them away from home, while Manchester City will face them at home. So you can see that in this new format, that is how it's going to play out. Then Liverpool will play Real Madrid at Anfield, that's at home. They'll play RB Leipzig away from home. They'll play Bayer Leverkusen away at home. Then AC Milan away from home. Lille at home. PSV Eindhoven away from home. Bologna at home. And Girona away from home. Then again, Liverpool play Girona away from home. Arsenal also play Girona away from home. So that means Girona has 2 home games against 2 English Premier League sides at their own home turf. But they will not have the chance to travel to England to play those same teams in this new format. I hope that simplifies things for you there. Then allow me look at another team like Real Madrid. For example, Real Madrid will play Borussia Dortmund at home. They'll play Liverpool away from home. They'll play AC Milan at home. They'll play Atlanta away from home. Then they'll play Salzburg at home. They'll play Lille away from home. They'll play Stuttgart away at home, and then the other team away from home. Then you have a team like Bayern Munich who will play PSG, Barcelona, Benfica, Shakhtar Donetsk, Dynamo Zagreb, Feyenoord, Salzburg, and Aston Villa. So like that. Then in this new Champions League format, the team that garners the most points will finish top of the league in the first phase of the UEFA Champions League. That's of the 36 teams. 8 teams qualify directly to the round of 16. Teams that finish between 9th and 24th will face each other to decide the next group of 8 teams that join the first or the topmost 8 teams to form the round of 16 knockout stages. And then the bottom 12 teams will head home directly, straight away. No group drops off to the UEFA Europa League. No group falls off to the UEFA Conference League. Nothing. You finished in the bottom 12, you're gone straight away from home. You finish between 9th and 24th. You play another knockout to determine the 8 teams that join the top 8 teams for the round of 16 stage. That's the format of the UEFA Champions League. So more games, more big teams facing each other, more money clubs will be making out of these fixtures. I do understand reliably that season tickets in Girona have been on high demand this season because there will be Champions League football at their home turf. Anyways, do let me know in the comment section if you think I've not explained very well something, or that you think or it could be a comment that guides me further about the format, or where you need clarification and anything like that. Thank you for tuning to the channel. Stay blessed.